Okay, folks, I've been having fun playing my Conquer Club game. Haven't played Sudoku for a little bit. So, Sudoku. We have a medium puzzle today. So, let's look at the medium puzzle. Alright, looks like we got some numbers on there. I am still floored every time I look at these at the symmetry in a circular fashion. You see how this top one has 2? Look at this one. 2. See that pattern right there? Look at that pattern right there. These guys here, it's like it's spun. See these ones here is just a completely symmetrical. I don't know who creates these or if it's computer generated, but I enjoy it. I don't know why when I look at the symmetry on it. So let's look at some pairs. Okay, so like I see a pair of 1s, a pair of 2, a pair of 6s. Those are all great, and they're all across the tops here. So we know that this is a 1, 2, and a 6 across the bottom. Well, not a 1, just kidding. 1 can't go there. But we've got a 2. Let's look at the 2s for a second. 2 across the top, 2 across the middle, 2 on the left. So we have one of these as a 2. 6 across the top, 6 across the middle. We have a 6 down the middle, so we know one of these 2 is our 6. Okay, we have a 1 and a 1, which one of these 3s are 1, but we don't have anything to limit those just yet, so I'll leave those alone. We have a pair of 9s, 9 across the top, 9 across the middle, 9 up the right side, so we know one of these 2 is our 9. I like it. Okay, so let's look at these pairs right here. I see 2 3s. 3 down the middle, 3 down the right, and we have a 3 down the center. We have a 1 down the left and a 1 down the right, so in the middle here is a 1. Not sure which one it is just yet. Do we have any other pairs? 8, 9, 3 2s, 6, no other pairs. Okay, let's look at this section here. We've got a 2 in the left, 2 down the right. Makes that one our 2. 4 in the right, 4 through the center. So one of, not a 3, fat fingered that one there. One of these 2s are 4. Let's see what else we have for pairs. I don't see any other pairs. Let's look in these 3 here. We got 2 8s, right and left. One of these 3 in the middle is an 8. Not sure which one it is. And I don't see any other pairs in these 3. What about this direction? 4s. 4 in the middle, 4 on the bottom, 4 through the middle this way, so we know this one's a 4. Okay. Now our 4s are going to do something interesting here. This 4 in the middle, this 4 on the right is going to give us a 4 here. Now this is called a crisscross elimination. When you have numbers set like this, because if this is a 4, then this has to be a 4, or if this is a 4, this has to be a 4. But either way, the 4s on the tops and the bottom rows are complete. So if you follow that here to this third cube, cannot have a 4 on the top, cannot have a 4 on the bottom, cannot have a 4 on the left. So we have, by elimination, these are the only 2 that can be a 4. 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Only 2 that can be a 4 are right here. We've got some 2s. 2 through the middle, 2 through the bottom. So one of these top 2 here have to be a 2. I saw another. Where did I see the other set? Oh, right here. 3 and a 3. 3 in the top, 3 through the middle. Just leaves us one spot for a 3. Okay, now we have this 1 that comes across in the center cube, which means that one of these 2 has to be a 3. 1. So now we have a 1 across the top. We have a ghost row. One of these 2 is going to be a 1, which means these 2 cannot be a 1. So that means a 1 has to be down here. Well, we have a 1 in the right lane already, right column. There we go, in the middle. So now we have a 1 in the middle. We have a 1 in the right column, which leaves us just one spot left for our 1. Okay, so now we have over here, just looking at for pairs, got a 1 in the left column, got a 1 in the right column, 1 in the top row. So we know that one of these 2 has to be a 1. Okay, alright, okay, alright. I see that there's 3 numbers left right here in this particular row. Anytime there's 3 numbers, I always like to look and see what numbers are missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, now we need a 5. Okay, and it doesn't look like there's any 5s here, no 5s here, no 5 could be anywhere. Okay, 6, 7, 8. Now 8 cannot be here, and 8 cannot be here. So this one has to be our 8. And then the other number we're missing looks like a 9. So a 9 could go here, and a 9 could go here, but these now are locked. 5 and a 9, 5 and a 9. No matter what other numbers are going to be, those two have to be a 5 and a 9. That's it to complete that row. Okay, we've got 3 numbers missing here. We've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need an 8. Well, we have an 8 here to help us out through the middle. So that means this one is our 8. And then we need a 9. Now we have a 9 right here. So that means this one is our 9, which means this one is our 1. Okay. All right, so now we have a 1 that goes down the right side, a 1 that goes across the top. So now we have a 1 here. We now have a 1 that comes up the right side. We have a ghost row through the middle, and so no 1 can be there, and no 1 can be on the top. So this is the only spot left that we can have a 1, which this was going to be a 4. And remember, we had that crisscross pattern here. So if this is a 4, this has to be our 4 now, not this one. And we had 2 that could be a 9. Well, this one now has to be our 9. Okay? So those pencil marks are very, very important to help keep us informed of possibilities. And then very important, I end up making a mess. I keep forgetting to clean up my numbers. So very, very important to keep your numbers clean. So this 9 comes down the center column. This 9 comes across the center row. So we now have 2 possibilities for our 9 in this cube here. So we got a 1, we've got our 2, we've got our 3, we've got our 4. 5 comes across here. We still have 3 choices for our 5. Okay, we need a 6, which we don't have any help for. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that one had like 5 spots here still open. I mean, we have a 5 and a 9, so we still have 3, but this one only has 3. Let's look and see what we got there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. And I don't see any help there for the 5. 6. I don't see any help for the 7. We need an 8. Okay, we have an 8 in the right. We have an 8 in the left. So 8 can only go in the middle. So what are we missing? A 5 and a 7. Okay. Now, with this being a 5 and a 7, I noticed this column only has 2 numbers missing, which is also a 5 and a 7, but I did notice that there's a 5 down here. So rather than put the 5s and then the 7s in, I just followed a little bit. So this is going to have to be our 7, because you can't have a 5 there, which is going to make this one our 5, which is going to make this one our 7. I just followed that through a little bit, so we didn't have to put the pencil marks there. Okay. Now with this 5 going across the bottom, we now have 2 choices for our 5 here. 5 goes down the right column, 5s go through the middle column, just 1 spot left for the 5. We now have a 5 across the top row, 5 through the middle row, only 1 spot left for our 5. Now only one of these 2 could be a 1. We have a 1 now here. Okay, and it looks like all of our 1s are now solved. Okay, so we've got 2 numbers missing here. Looks like a 2 and a 6. Okay, so I'm going to look up here. I don't have a 2 or a 6. I'm going to look over here. I don't have a 2 or a 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and mark those 2 and a 6, just so I know that those 2. Now those are locked. Those can only be a 2 and a 6. Now I see a 2 and a 6 here, which is actually very good, because in this row I'm missing 3 numbers. Well, if you can't have 2 of them right here, whatever the third number is, that's the only spot it can be, which looks like a 9. So we've got a 2 and a 6 that are missing in this row, and a 9. Well, 2 and a 6 can't go here, so 9 is the only number left that can go there. And that tells me this one and this one are our 2 and our 6. Well, there's a 6 right there. So that'll help us out with our 2. And that'll help us with our 6. And that'll help us with our 2 there. Okay. Alright, again, pencil marks, very, very important. Now one of these 2 was going to be our 2. Well, we have a 2 here. So it can't be here. So 2 has to go here. One of these 2 was our 6. Let me get rid of that one. So that 6 isn't even a possibility anymore. So it has to be here. Okay, so we're getting those numbers updated. We got 2 numbers missing down here. We've got a 1, a 2. We need a 3. Well, 3 can't be here because of this column, or this cube can't have a 3 here. So this has to be our 3. Now we're just missing one number. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's all we're missing there. Is our 7. Now we're missing 2 numbers here. It looks like an 8 and a 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we've got a 6 right there. 6, 7, and then we're missing our 8. There we go. In this top column cube, we're missing an 8. This 8 we just put down covers this center column, so this is the only spot. Plus, you're only missing 1 in this column, so you can count that out and see what you're missing. Okay, we got 2 numbers here that are missing. Looks like a 3 and a 7. 1, 2, no 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we do have a 3 right here. So this can't be a 3. That's got to be our 7. There's our 3. The 2 numbers we're missing here is a 5 and a 7, but we do have a 7 already right here. So there's our 5 and our 7. We're just missing one number in this row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like our 8. Okay. We're missing 2 numbers here. Looks like a 7 and a 9 are missing. Now we just got this 7 in here, so it can't be here. So that's got to be our 9. There's our 7. Okay, we are chugging along pretty good. So we got 3 numbers missing here. We got 2 numbers missing here. Let's go with the 2s. Those are always a little simpler. 1, 2. We're missing a 3. Well, we can't have a 3 here because of this one, so here's our 3. 4, 5, 6, and we're missing a 7. There's our 7, 8, 9. So that column is now complete. Okay. Alright, so now we have 2 numbers missing here, and we have 2 numbers missing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we need a 5. So we got 4 and a 5 in these 2 spots. I don't have a 5 down here just yet. So this one here is going to be also a 4 or a 5 because it's just those 2 spots that are left to fill. Okay, alright. Got 2 numbers that are missing here. Oh, and I've got a 2 here. Remember I got 2's right here? Well, 2 says not right here, buddy. So that's our only 2. And one of these 2 had to be our 9, so that one has to be our 9. And then we're just going to cascade this out. So if this is our 9, this is our 5. Well, if this is our 5, that's our 4. If that's our 4, that's our 5. If that's our 5, then that's our 4. And then we can erase this pencil. So now we're missing 2 numbers here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing a 6, 7, 8, and a 9. Okay, well, we've got our 9 here. So we've got to have a 9 and a 6. Okay, here we're just missing 1 number here, but if we bring the 6 across here, we'll see that's our 6 that's missing. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5. Well, we can't have a 5 here. And then 6, and we're missing a 7. Alright folks, there you have it. Medium puzzle today. We used the crisscross elimination once, and then a lot of single eliminations. Medium puzzles start to stretch you a little bit, and that's pencil marks were really, really helpful. And kind of going systematically through this one. It wasn't terribly difficult, but again, medium puzzle. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Feel free again to print these off those before you watch the show and see if you can follow along or find other challenges. Sometimes it's fun to play it until you get stumped. Sometimes I'll do that too. I'll play a game, and when I get stuck, I'll watch other players and see some of their new techniques and how they solve the puzzles. So, hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave any comments, suggestions, or challenges. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you at the next game. Bye.